Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome to the weekly live Q&A. And I have a number of questions today to answer. So if you're watching this live, please comment live below. We'd love to say hi to you as well. I see, who is this? Let me just see this. Hi, Andrew. Okay, thank you. Hi as well to this person here. Hi, Ronald, as well. So thank you for being part of this. So today we have a couple of questions, and if you're watching this live, please comment live below. We'd love to say hi to you again. So thank you all for being here. Okay, hi as well. So I don't really know how to read Japanese, but hi to you also. Yeah, so if you're watching this live, please comment below. We'd love to say hi to you. Hi, Komal. Okay. So if you're watching this live, please comment live below. And okay, so a bit of updates before we start. So tomorrow at 4 p.m. Singapore Hong Kong time, I'll be having the Asia Business Connect, where I will have sharing from 2 speakers tomorrow. So stay tuned. If you're here, follow my page for Asia Business Connect happening tomorrow. On Friday, I have a webinar on how to get more clients from LinkedIn at 5 p.m. So if you like to know more about that, you can also send me a message as well. And so yes, on a Friday, I'll be having a webinar on get more clients on LinkedIn. So if you'd like to know more about that, comment webinar below. And today I'll be answering some questions and saying hi to all of you as well. So hi, Anup Somader. Hi as well. Okay, so I believe you are in Japan. So thank you for joining us. So before we start, and today I have a couple of questions, about 4 questions to go through. So if you have any questions on marketing or LinkedIn, you can comment them below and I'll try to answer them in this session. Or if you're watching this on replay, comment below. I will answer them in the next live as well. So I'm trying to do this on a weekly basis on YouTube and also LinkedIn. So if you have any questions, comment below. So Anup says, are you okay? And yes, I'm okay. So a bit below the weather for these 2 days, have a massive sore throat and a bit of cough, but don't worry, it's not COVID, as I know so far. So it's not COVID, it's inflammation in my throat. So no problems on that. And thank you for your concern, Anup. And if you have any marketing questions, please comment them below. Okay, so if any marketing questions, please comment them below. And I actually I did a webinar last night and collected a number of questions as well. So if you if you have any questions, do share them with me. If not, I'll get straight into it and answer the 4 questions today. So last night I had did a webinar for US and Europe time zones. And I had a gentleman called Jan Zeltman who joined me, and he asked a question: how can I stand out as a coach on LinkedIn? And he specifically said, when he messages someone. Okay, so how do you stand out as a coach on LinkedIn? And it's something that I do regularly as well. So how do I stand out? So as a LinkedIn coach or a marketing consultant on LinkedIn as well. So I always like to say this, that LinkedIn is a platform where the audience and the users are looking to learn. They are looking to learn, and they are looking to either find a job or grow their business. So how do you stand out as a coach? So this is working with a lot of coaches in different countries as well. I would say give out your best information on LinkedIn. Give out your strategies, your tips, your frameworks, and your most useful content on LinkedIn. That's how you stand out. So the reason why I say this is because sharing knowledge, educating on LinkedIn, it really gives you the best clients. So number one, how do I educate on LinkedIn? So I'll just share an example. I do these lives. I'm trying to do these lives on a weekly basis, and I answer questions. I do weekly webinars where I have hundreds of people attend. I share content at least 3 times a week on LinkedIn. Of course, you don't have to go to that extreme, but the reason why I do this is because those that consume my content, they are most likely to be my best clients. It builds a brand that when someone decides to engage you, or if you start a conversation with someone, it's very easy to start a conversation. So it's sort of like you are building familiarity. And when you actually get on a sales call with someone, they will say, hey, I saw your video the other day. I learned this from you. It was such a useful webinar. And that's how, as a coach, that someone wants to work with you on LinkedIn. So those are the best clients. So how can you stand out? I would say educate on LinkedIn. There are so many ways: posting content, doing webinars, doing lives, having that exchange. If you help someone out on LinkedIn, even if they don't become a paid client, you have changed someone's life, and that can turn into word of mouth. So how do you stand out on LinkedIn? There are a lot of coaches on LinkedIn. There are a lot of LinkedIn coaches as well. How do I stand out? I give out my best advice on the platform. I educate and give out my best advice on the platform as well. So that's how you stand out on LinkedIn. So thank you for your question, Jen. And I have a question from Komal. So perhaps I don't have an answer for you, because how to get clients on LinkedIn for any niche. So it's like, I don't really understand the question. So what is the niche? What is the niche? So it's like, how do you cook any meal? So that is a very broad question. So I need to know the context of the question, or is there a specific industry that you're looking to reach out to? Thank you as well, Komal, for your question. So I need further clarification like that on that. So it's like, this question is like, how do you drive anywhere in the world? So we are looking to drive so that I can answer that question. So next question is from Leo Chai. And Leo Chai asked, how to do personal branding on LinkedIn, and must I create content? So this is quite similar to Jan's question. And the reason why I picked this is right after Jan's question, because it's similarly related. So how do you build a personal brand on LinkedIn? Should you create content? So there are a couple of things when building a personal brand on LinkedIn. So branding is basically positioning yourself, differentiating yourself, like how do you stand out from the rest on LinkedIn. So how do you differentiate yourself? How do you build that personal brand? So for example, let's talk about personal brands. So for example, Gary Vaynerchuk, right? A massive personal brand because of his content. If you look at influencers, right, they have a personal brand. So for example, Elon Musk has a personal brand. And how do you know his personality? Is through his tweets, through his speeches, and also through his tweets. So content is very important for that. It's just a matter of whether you create that content on LinkedIn or if you create that content in real life by giving a speech. So for me, personal branding and content is highly connected. How you get to know a personal brand is through their content. How do we know Steve Jobs? It's because you go and Google for his commencement speech. You can actually find his commencement speech at Harvard. So that's content as well. So personal branding and content is connected. There's no way around it. There's no other way. You can build a personal brand with live events, with someone knowing you. And to me, that is content as well. So no way around creating a personal brand, no matter where it is, without content. So thank you as well for your question, Leo. So Komal as well would love your clarification on the question. So Komal says, how can we get clients on LinkedIn to provide our services to them? Okay, so I think how can we get clients on LinkedIn to provide our services to them? So judging from this, so I'm making assumptions here. So Komal is in virtual assistants. So it's a fairly, I would say, a transactional service where it's not so much consultative, it's more virtual assistance. So if someone needs your assistance, whether is on a little bit of help, I use a lot of personal assistance as well, virtual assistants. So it's whether you can attract someone to work with you. So I would say the most basic thing I would do is to connect with as many as possible. So Komal, it's really a very broad question. So first question I would ask you if I were to do, if we were on a call, is I would ask you, hey, when it comes to virtual assistants, do you specialize in an industry? Do you help a specific type of industry, for example, coaches or online entrepreneurs, etc.? So I would start connecting with them and I'll say, hey, I have helped so and so coach with this. Would you like to know more about our services? So it's fairly transactional. So I would say you don't need too much content with that. But if you can create content with that, it can really help as well. So virtual assistants is fairly transactional. I would say on LinkedIn, you don't want to spam a lot of people on LinkedIn. I think we all know the best platforms for offering these services, including Fiverr or Upwork. So if I were you, I would also try out LinkedIn advertising. So LinkedIn advertising is also a good way to promote your services. So if you offer, let's say, a trial, or if you offer a certain type of virtual assistance, you can advertise on LinkedIn advertising and target very specific positions, geography, and industry as well. So that's what I would do, but it's still a very open question, Komal. And if you like to know more, I think we can have a chat on this as well. Okay, so moving on to the next question. So let me just take this question. And I believe there's one more question. Give me a second. I'm pulling something up. Okay. So I just added another question. Okay, so another question here is by Joy Ann Cohen, and she asked, what does hashtags mean on LinkedIn and what do they achieve? So when it comes to hashtags on LinkedIn specifically, it really helps with the reach of your content. Okay, so let me dial it a bit backwards. So on LinkedIn, you can go to your search and you can look for hashtags and you can follow these hashtags and also see the number of followers for these hashtags. So you can see, for example, hashtag marketing, how many millions of followers for hashtag marketing or hashtag social media. So when someone follows a hashtag, what happens is that when you use that hashtag, there are opportunities that your posts will feature on their feed. So my advice for these as well is to use highly followed hashtags on your post. So I would use, for most of my posts, I would use hashtag digital marketing, hashtag social media, so that there are more opportunities for you to trend on that hashtag and also get more reach as well. So by including hashtags on your post, you'll get to reach an audience that is outside your network that followed that hashtags. Not only that, this is why hashtags are important on LinkedIn. So, excuse me. So, hashtags are important on LinkedIn because when you are an admin, when you create a company page, LinkedIn actually will ask you what are the hashtags that your company page wants to follow. So you actually can follow 3 hashtags as a company page. And what happens after that is when your post or a certain post trends for that hashtag, LinkedIn will ask the company page to engage with the post. So just to recap, when you have a company page, you follow hashtags. Every time there's a post trending for that hashtags, LinkedIn will send you a notification and ask you if you would like to engage with that post. So in reverse, let's reverse engineer this. So this is what I help my clients with as well. How do you know if you are using the right hashtags or your post is getting the most engagement? Is when you see on your post when a company page, not a personal profile, but when a company page comments on your post, that means your post is getting the best engagement. So 2 questions I would like to give you. Have you, as an admin of a company page, seen a notification, hey, this content is trending for this hashtag? We would like to engage with it. Number 2, have you had a company page comment on your content before? So when a company page comments on your content, you know that that post is trending for that hashtag. So hashtags, in summary, are very important on LinkedIn. It helps you get more reach for your content and use highly followed hashtags on LinkedIn. So thank you for the question, Joy Ann. And let's get some engagement as well. So say hi to a couple of people. So Komal, yes, helping businesses on Upwork, to try my luck on LinkedIn as well. Okay. And hello, James. Hello as well, Seafarer. So thank you for joining us. So if you have any marketing questions, if you're watching this, please comment them below or just say hi by commenting live below. Or if you have any marketing questions, please comment below as well. So we'd love to answer your questions too. Yes, Komal. So add relevant hashtags and high engaging hashtags. So highly followed hashtags. So if you want the highly followed hashtags, you can actually send me a message and I will send you a list of the top 30 courtesy of, I'll send it to you later, but it's the top 30 highly followed hashtags. Okay, so if you have any questions, please comment them below. I'll be moving on to the last question. Okay, so when it comes to LinkedIn posts, so this is a question from Rishabh, who attended my webinar last night. And he asked, is it good to do multiple time posting or just once or twice in a day? So basically the question is it good to post multiple times on LinkedIn per day? Okay, so I personally have done this. I have posted multiple times on LinkedIn. Uh, and I've done it regularly as well. So the question is, so when it comes to posting content, so you have to dial back a bit. When it comes to posting content, it's not just about posting and hoping that your post gets the best engagement. So for me, content is 50% creation and another 50% distribution. So it's not just about posting that piece of content, it's also putting in the work to make sure that your content gets the best reach and best engagement. So how can you do that? There's a number of ways. We just discussed hashtags. I also encourage you to share the post into relevant groups, whether it's pods or LinkedIn groups. Also, you can, if you have a LinkedIn article, you can email it to your subscribers. You can tag those that would find the content relevant as well. So it's not just about creating the content, but you have to invest in the distribution. So if I post 2 times a day, I would have distributed it twice. I would have distributed the content twice. So if you post 3 times a day, you would have to distribute it 3 times. So not only about posting. So when you post, the more times that you post a day, the more that you will use these distribution channels. So my advice is, do not exhaust your distribution channels in a day. Have in mind those that you tag and those group that you share with. Is it too much in a day? So I would say 1 per day is the best because you get to use your distribution channels. If I post 2 times a day, I would use different distribution channels for these 2 different posts. So Rishabh, to answer your question, is it good to post multiple times per day on LinkedIn? It's good, but make sure that you have the right distribution channels for it as well. So thank you for your question, Rishabh. And last call, so I'll be ending this live very soon. Thank you all for being here. And if you have any questions, please comment them below as well. We'd love to say hi to you. Please comment if you're watching this. We'd love to say hi to you as well. And yeah, so if you're watching this live, please comment below. Would love to say hi to you as well. If not, I'll say goodbye to you. Thank you for your questions. And I will see you next week. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.